So how had this singing and dancing genius arrived in the surreal place that is his life today? I started to look for answers back at the beginning. He played me his first single, Big Boy, which was released when he was just 8. By then, Michael Jackson had already been performing for 3 years. Do you remember when you first discovered that you had a special musical talent?
My mother caught me making my bed one day, and I was singing. And she said to my father that I could sing, and he didn't want to hear of it. You know, he said that Jermaine's the lead singer, not Michael. My mother said, Joe, you really should hear him sing. He can sing. He goes, no, Jermaine's the lead singer of the group, and that's it. She forced him to listen to me, and once he listened to me, from that moment on, I was the lead singer of the group. My entire childhood, I remember people always saying to me, he's a 42-year-old midget. At first I didn't understand, but what they meant was the way I, moved on stage and the way I sang, like you say, the inflections or whatever.
Did somebody teach you to do that?
No, you can't teach that. You can't teach it. It has to come from inside. It's a gift, you know. I remember precisely going to Motown Studios to record. And right across the street from the studio was a park. And I could hear the roar of the Little League team, and they were playing soccer and football and volleyball, and they were playing baseball. And I remember a lot of the times looking back and really hiding my face, crying. I wanted to play sometimes, and I couldn't, I had to go.
Why couldn't?
I had to go to the studio.
Show me what you can do. Shake it, baby. Come on now. Shake it, baby. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, baby. A, B, C, baby. Do, re, mi, baby. Hey, that's how love can do.
When you would be practicing, you were very heavily disciplined by your father. What was that like? What was that like?
Well, I didn't have it that hard because he used me as the example. It was like, do it like Michael. And he practiced us with a belt in his hand. And if you miss a step, expect to be...
Just let me go back. You just said that you would practice the dance steps and your father would be holding a belt in his hand. Is that what you just said?
Yes. And he would tear you up if you missed. And so we, not only were we practicing, we were nervous rehearsing because he sat in the chair and he had this belt in his hand. And if you didn't do it the right way, he would tear you up, really get you. And I got it a lot of times, but I think my brother Marlon got it the most because he had a hard time at first. And he tried so hard. And it was always, do it like Michael, but the others were very nervous, and I was nervous too, because he was tough.
How often would he beat you?
Too much.
Would he only use a belt?
Why do you do this to me? No, more than a belt.
What else would he use to hit you with?
Ironing cords, whatever's around. Throw you up against the wall hard as he could. See, it's one thing to...
But you were only a child.
I know.
You were a baby.
I know. It's one thing to discipline.
And you were producing successful records.
I know. He would lose his temper. I just remember hearing my mother scream, "Joe, you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him. Stop it. You're going to kill him." You know, and I was so fast, you know, he couldn't catch me half the time, but when he would catch me, oh my God, it was bad. It was really bad.
I looked up at the screen and couldn't help wondering what effect this violence had on young Michael.
We were terrified of him. Terrified. I can't tell you. I don't think he realizes to this day how scared. I mean scared. So scared that I would regurgitate.
You would vomit?
Mm-hmm.
When would you vomit? What would produce that sort of reaction in you?
His presence. Just seeing him. And sometimes I'd faint, and my bodyguards would have to hold me up.
When he was beating you, did you hate him?
Yeah. Strong hate. That's why to this day I don't lay a finger on my children. I don't want them to ever feel that way about me. Ever. And he didn't allow us to call him Daddy. And I wanted to call him Daddy so bad. He said, "I'm not Daddy, I'm Joseph to you," you know? And I totally forgive him for all of it, you know? You have to. But I don't allow my children to call me Michael. I say I'm Daddy. It's just the opposite. So when people say the abuse, that's not true. That's not true at all.
ABC, girl.
30 years on, the memories seemed as raw as ever. But there was little time now for reflection.
I would never look at myself in the mirror, ever. I would turn off all the lights, and because I had pimples really badly, and it was just difficult and to face the public. One time we were in an airport, I remember, I think it was somewhere like Virginia or something, and some lady recognized my brothers and all of us. She goes, "Oh my God, it's the Jackson 5. Where's little Michael? Where's little Michael?" She's looking around, looking down. "Where's little Michael?" And another person goes, "There he is." And she goes, "Ugh, what happened?" Just like that. And God, I just could have died right there. That's exactly what that lady said to me.
Did your father and your brothers tease you about your appearance as an adolescent?
My father did. And some cousins did.
What did your father say?
Oh, God. Yeah. It was pretty embarrassing. He used to tease me real bad about it.
It's cruel, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to hurt me. I don't think he realized how much he was hurting me.
What sort of thing did he say?
He would tease me about how I looked, and he would say, "Well, you didn't get it from my side of the family. It must have been on Kate." You know, Kate, he would always say, meaning my mother. "You didn't get that from me." I said, I feel like saying, "Thanks for making me feel better," you know. Because I don't think how bad he didn't even laugh. I don't think people don't stop to think what they're saying sometimes, and the effect it can have on a person, you know. Then one cousin would always, you know, like this to me when he see me, like, want to pop my pimples. I would just go to the bedroom and cry, you know.
Is it true that your father used to say you had a fat nose?
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he actually say?
God, your nose is big. You didn't get it from me.
What does that do to someone who's going through adolescence?
You want to die. You want to die. And on top of it, you got to go on stage in the spotlight in front of hundreds of thousands of people and just, God, it's hard. I would have been happier wearing a mask. Look how it looks on you. Wow.
Is it an improvement? Thank you.
That's fun.
That's a bit better, I think. Yeah. So had these adolescent experiences in the spotlight led Michael Jackson to remake his face, to create his own mask?
Ooh, these are beautiful.
I had to ask him.
What do you say to people who say, well, when Michael Jackson was a boy, he was a black kid, and now as an adult, he looks like a white man?
Well, you got to ask God that. That has nothing to do with me, okay? And that's ignorance.
What do you mean it's got nothing to do with you?
I don't control, you know, puberty. I don't control the fact that I have vitiligo. I don't control, you know, well, how many white people, when they're little kids, look white? Now they look and they sit out in the sun all day to look black. And the suntan lotion business is a multi-billion-dollar business. Nobody says nothing about that. They do, you know. They're trying to be other than what they are, but that's okay, I guess, right?
Are you trying to be other than what you are?
No.
So when they say things like you've had implants in your cheeks,
Oh, God.
you've had a dimple made in your chin, you've had your lips enlarged, you've had your eyelids reconstructed, eyelids reconstructed.
It's stupid.
None of it's true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie. They don't want to give me credit for anything. One paper said I had because I was growing a little beard, he had each little hair transplanted into his face with a lasered in. How ignorant is that? I can't even grow a beard now? You ignorant fool who wrote such a thing. So don't believe that stupidity. Don't waste your money on it. Because when you're buying it, you're not buying something based on what's true. It's not the truth. It's garbage.